You know, there's something truly special about running in the winter. That crisp, cold air, the quiet you find on a snow-covered trail, it's just magic. Now, it can be a challenge, for sure, but it can also be the very season where you build an incredible foundation for the entire year. So today, let's talk about how to turn this chilly season into your strongest one yet. Oh, I get it. The days get shorter, the temperature drops, and that treadmill in your warm, cozy house starts looking pretty good. But what if we thought about it differently? What if winter wasn't this big obstacle we had to get over, but a real opportunity to build strength, resilience, and maybe even a deeper love for your running? All right, let's get into it. We're going to cover four main things to totally transform your winter running. First up, how to actually warm up your body when it's cold out. Then we'll talk about gear for traction so you're not slipping and sliding. Third, we'll get into fueling and hydration. And finally, we'll look at how to use this time of year to build a seriously powerful foundation for all your future runs. Okay, first things first, getting your body ready. A good warm up is always a good idea, right? But in the cold, it is absolutely non negotiable. It's really your best defense against getting hurt, and honestly, it just makes the run so much better. This is such an important point. Many of us grew up with the idea that you have to, bend over and touch your toes before you do anything. But that's static stretching. And what we now know is that holding those kinds of stretches before you run, well, it doesn't really prevent injury and it can even make you a little less powerful. What you want to do is dynamic stretching, which means warming up your muscles through movement. You can save those long static holds for after your run. So, what does a good dynamic warm up actually look like? Well, here are three super simple, super effective moves. You've got bent knee forward swings, those get your hip flexors ready. Then straight leg lateral swings for the sides of your hips. And of course, some big arm swings to loosen up your shoulders and your back. These are all movements that get your body ready for the actual motion of running. Okay, so our bodies are warm and ready to go. Now let's talk about gear, specifically the stuff that keeps you connected to the ground. Let's be honest, dealing with snow and ice can be the biggest hurdle to running in the winter, but with the right tools, you can feel so much more confident out there. So when it comes to traction, you really have two main choices, spikes or studs. As you can see, spikes are fantastic for those really steep, icy trails. Studs, on the other hand, tend to be more comfy, and they're really durable for less intense conditions. The best thing to do is just think about where you run the most. Are you on hilly, icy pads or more flat, packed-down snow? And for anyone out there who loves a good DIY project, and if you're consistently running on that hard-packed snow, here's a fantastic pro tip. You can make your own studded shoes. Seriously, you just install some automotive tire studs into an older pair of running shoes, and you get this amazing customized traction. Just be sure to use a pair with plenty of cushion and angle those studs a bit for the best grip. Now that we've got our gears sorted on the outside, let's turn inward and talk about fuel. When you're running in the cold, your body is working harder just to stay warm, which means your nutrition and your hydration become even more critical. Let's start with carbs. Carbs are your body's favorite fuel source, hands down. For a runner who's getting out there for about an hour a day, experts recommend about 5 to 7 grams of carbohydrates for every kilogram of your body weight, each day. That's what keeps your energy tank full and ready to go for your next run. And what about during the run? Well, for any run that's under 2.5 hours long, you want to shoot for 30 to 60 grams of carbs every hour. That's roughly 1 or 2 energy gels. This is what keeps you from hitting that wall, especially when your body is burning extra energy just to stay warm. Now, when it comes to hydration, there's been a really interesting shift in thinking. The old advice was always, drink before you're thirsty, right? But what we're learning now is that our body's own thirst mechanism is actually a pretty reliable gauge. So the best thing you can do is listen to your body. Drink when you feel thirsty, but, also keep an eye on other signs, like your urine color, just to make sure you're staying on top of it. And we can't forget protein. Protein is what helps your muscles repair and rebuild after a tough run. A good goal is about 1.4 grams per kilogram of your body weight each day. And timing can be really helpful here. Try to get some of that protein in soon after your run to kickstart that recovery, and then just spread the rest out over your meals throughout the day. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Beyond just a single run, for a lot of us, winter is the perfect off-season, and that's a golden opportunity. It's a time not just to stay fit, but to really build a stronger, more resilient foundation for the entire racing season to come. This visual really shows you what I mean by strategic timing. If one of your goals is to adjust your body composition, Winter is the absolute best time to do it. See, trying to lose weight when you're in the middle of your hardest, most race-specific training, it can really hurt your performance because you're just not giving your body enough fuel. So use the off-season to make those changes so you can focus 100% on your performance when it really counts. Part of building that strong foundation is strength training. And this isn't about getting huge muscles. It's about building power and preventing injuries. Research shows that a program focused on these 4 core exercises, the back squat, step-ups, cable hip flexion, and standing calf raises, can create an incredible base that'll make you faster and stronger. So, to wrap it all up, here's your winter running toolkit. Always start with a dynamic warm-up. Get yourself the right traction for whatever the weather is doing. Fuel your body with the right mix of carbs and protein. And finally, see this winter as a gift, a chance to build that strong foundation for your best year of running yet.
You see, winter running isn't just about surviving until spring. It's about thriving. It's a chance to build a kind of mental and physical toughness that will serve you all year long. So the only question left is, how are you going to take these tools and make this your strongest winter ever? Thank you so much for joining me.